The Mishnah base of the second parak of Shabbos begins as follows: Ein madlikin b'shemen sreifa b'yontov. You're not allowed to burn shemen sreifa on Yontov. And this really is the explanation of that which we mentioned in the previous Mishnah, which says v'loi b'shemen sreifa. Previously, the Mishnah said, Mishnah Aleph, that you're not allowed to use shemen sreifa. So we explained that that means that is truma oil, which is destined to be burnt, because the halacha is you can't eat it, you can't take it to the mikveh and be toivel it. It's different to kalim and to people, etc., which you can take to the mikveh and to be metaher. But foodstuffs, food items, you cannot be metaher. So kodshim and truma over here, they need to be burnt. And the Mishnah was talking about Yontov, which falls on a Friday, and you wanted to use this for hadlakas neiros on late Friday afternoon. So the Mishnah says you're not allowed to. Why is that? Because there is a rule that ein surfin kodshim b'yontov. You're not allowed to burn kodshim on Yontov. And this is derived from a pasuk. The pasuk says in Shemos Yud Beis pasuk Yud, v'lo sosiru mimenu ad boiker, v'hanoisar mimenu ad boiker bo'esh tisroifu. That you're not allowed. It says in the pasuk any kodshim which is left over, you've got to burn it. But the pasuk says v'hanoisar mimenu ad boiker, v'hanoisar mimenu ad boiker bo'esh tisroifu. You've got, it says ad boiker twice. Why does it say lo sosiru mimenu ad boiker? V'hanoisar bo'esh tisroifu. Why does it say ad boiker again? So the Gemara darshans to give you a second morning for the streifa, i.e., that it shouldn't be just the next morning on Yontov, but rather on Chol HaMoed, the following morning. So we see from here, she'ein sarfin kodshim b'Yontov. Okay, the Mishnah carries on. Rabbi Yishmael omer ein madlikin be'itron. You're not allowed to use itron. Itron is tar, which is a thinner form of pitch, which although it's actually okay to use because it draws into the wick and it would make a nice light, but Rabbi Yishmael is worried about the smell, the bad smell that it gives off, and we're worried a person would leave the room. And there's again, like we mentioned in the previous Mishnah, that there's a lack of kavod Shabbos because they'll go in the room next door and it'll be dark there, etc. So Rabbi Yishmael says, "Ein madlikin be'itron mipnei kavod Shabbos, v'chachamim matirin b'chol hashmonin." The chachamim allow all the oils. B'shemen shumshamin, you're allowed to use sesame oil. B'shemen egoizim, you're allowed to use nut oil. B'shemen tznoinos, which is radish oil. B'shemen dogim, fish oil. B'shemen pakuos, which is a shemen pakuos. The Bar Tanura says the last midbar, some sort of wild pumpkin that you find in the midbar. Neft, says the Mishnah, you can't use, be'itron over neft, or with tar, or with neft. And again, neft is min zefes, who Rashi says, the Bar Tanura says, v'loch v'lovon, it's white, nafta, v'reich iran, it's got a very bad smell. So you can't use any of these oils. The halacha is, like the chachomim, that you're allowed to use any oil, kol hashmeinin mutarim, except the oils that we've mentioned in the previous Mishnah, in Mishnah Aleph, and one or two other exceptions. The Bar Tanura says as follows: V'halacha kachachomim. In the Dibur Hamaskil Neft, the Bar Tanura says, V'halacha kachachomim shemadlikin b'chol hashmeinim. You're allowed to use whichever oils you want to, chutz v'mi'oisen hapsulos shenimnu le'el masnisin, except for those oils which we listed in the first Mishnah as being possible. V'chutz mishemen afarsimoin, and except for the balsam oil, the neft lovon, and this naft oil which is bad smelling. Why? Shekol echad mishnei elu hashmeinim hu af v'soyer. The Bar Tanura says because these oils, these two oils, they are very flammable, and also chashinan shema yanichu v'yetzei, they give a bad smell, and we're worried that maybe you'll leave the room and you're not going to have hadlakas neiros and won't enjoy kavod Shabbos, etc. The Bar Tanura says there's another reason why you shouldn't use balsam oil, because we're worried that the balsam oil, which is a very nice fragrant oil, that you might take some out of the oil lamp to use on Shabbos, and that's an issa deraisa. The Bar Tanura says that if you add oil to a candle, to a lamp, you're over mavir, which is going to cause them to burn. V'hamistapek mimenu chayav mishum mechaber. And if you take some away from the lamp, you're over mechaber, which is this extinguishing. So therefore, the halacha is like the chachomim, that kol hashmonim is mutar, and all the different types of oil are mutar to use, with the exception of the things that we listed in the first perek, in the first Mishnah, and chutz mishemen afarsmoin v'neft lovon, and except afarsmoin for the reasons we mentioned just now, and neft because of the smell and the fact that it's very flammable. Now, the Baratz Nura seems to say that itron, however, will be okay, but the Shulchan Aruch paskins not like that, and says that whilst the halach is like the chachomim, with the exclusion of the oils and the shmonim listed in the previous Mishnah, and the two that the Baratz Nura mentioned here, the naphtha oil and the farsimoin, he actually says that itron, which is a tar, is also shouldn't be used because reichira, we are choshish for what Rabbi Shmuel says, we're worried that he might leave the room. And the Mishnah, however, concludes, Rabbi Tarfon Omer, ein madlikin ele b'shemen zayis bilvad, that we only use shemen zayis olive oil, that's the best oil. Says Rabbi Tarfon, we only use shemen zayis bilvad. So the Gemara says, when Rabbi Tarfon said that in the Beis HaMedrash, Omad Rabbi Yehuda, other girsos say it was Rabbi Yechon ben Nuri, but Omad Rabbi Yehuda al Raglov, v'Omad Rabbi Tarfon, said the following to Rabbi Tarfon, Ma yasu anshe modai she'ein lahem ela shemen egoizim. What if you're telling me that only olive oil can be used? What are the people of Modai, of Media, what are they going to do? Because they only have egoiz, they only have nut oil. And Mayasu Anshe Alexandria, She'en Lahem Ela Shemen Snoinos, they only have radish oil, the men of Alexandria. Uma Yasu Anshe Kapoitkia, She'en Lahem Lo Lezev, they have neither of those oils. Omel Lo Rabbi Tarfon Harimot Sinu, Shechivev HaKodesh Baruch Hu Shemen Zayis, Yosim Mikol HaShmenim, B'ner V'Hadloka. Says Rabbi Tarfon, yeah, but HaKadosh Baruch Hu loves olive oil more than other oils. So as mentioned, the halacha is like the chachomim, that all the oils, apart from the ones in the first Mishnah, and the few mentioned here, are in fact mutar. But there certainly is a hidur, la halacha, to use olive oil or something which is going to burn very, very brightly. But mi'ikar hadin, we pass them like the chachomim. That is the end of Mishnah Beis.